Viewers, hello! Welcome back to Dotnia. I am RingtailRandl, and we are finishing up the post-desert temple content in the game. There's only one thing left to do. You know what that is? I'll give you a hint. You spoke to her earlier, and I'm right beside her. This is Block Defense 2, and we intend to perfect it. Because we are perfectionists when it comes to block defense, aren't we? Aren't we? I don't know. You tell me. Block defense, Cactus Desert. Would you like to hear block defense rules? Viewers, I think you can figure out the rules for yourself. If you do not know the rules, please refer to my first episode of Block Defense, and you will be enlightened. But I'm pretty sure you can figure it out, so here we go. I will explain it as we go. You may only use your normal sword in block defense. It is equipped. Now, the first thing we're going to do, since we just have treants, is we're going to put a...
Oh shit, an arrow tower right here. Just a level 1 arrow tower. That's all I need. You know why? Boom. 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 It's just fast enough. Ringtail leveled up to 2! Powered up by 5! Instead of gaining experience as monsters die, if your character stands perfectly still and does not interfere, they will store power and they will slowly level. And when they level, you will gain more strength, and you will have more tower attacking power. Ringtail leveled up to 3! Powered up by 5! And this comes to play much later in the game. Well, in the tower defense game. Not
3 Duck Game heroes. Yay! Alright, our next wave is bunnies. So I will require a level 2 tower.
And for good measure, I think probably pixel perfect here. Pixel perfect. Alright, another level 2 tower right there. And the key here is to make sure you've got towers that encompass both parts of the circuit, because if one's weakened and they come around, the first tower can weaken, whilst the second tower can just finish them off, instead of doing like they were doing there and concentrating on the middle. So if you do that, then they're gonna be concentrated on one thing. You're gonna have full strength monsters coming in.
And just it'll be a clusterfuck. And no one wants a clusterfuck now, do they?
Wave 3 coming. Alright, one thing I will definitely want is another arrow tower. And it's going to go right here, and it'll be level 2. I'm not too worried about gold in this moment in time. We need to get a base set up. Ringtail leveled up to 4! Powered up by 10! Here we go. Right now we're using the most basic tower, which are arrow towers. And they are your mainstay tower. They will be always useful unless you get much later. They're not as useful anymore unless they're in large quantities, but I think we have a remedy for that. I actually made a mistake by placing my 2 towers on the top there. I probably
should have had them on the bottom. Clear bonus. We've got Zombmans coming up, so I am going to definitely...
Let's actually see this. Because the one perk to having 2 towers there is that you lay on more damage earlier. And they will be much weaker when they come back around. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. Let one go through unscathed. Thank you. This is awkward, actually. There's several ways you can approach it. You can either attempt to kill them at the very end, or you can try to kill them off as soon as possible. And one thing I tend to do in my leisure is I try to kill enemies as soon as freaking possible, but you cannot lay all of your towers in. Ringtail leveled at 5, powered up by 10. You can't leave them all in one place, or else you will be ruined. Promise. I promise you will. It's only in the early tower defense that you can get away with doing that. And here is our first night wave. If you are unaware, some waves have knights, which are much more powerful than the current enemies you're facing. They will take much more power to take down. It is recommended you interfere.
But my towers got this, bro. They got this. I'm not too worried. And the main way you make money in block defense is to use bonus ups. Trust me. It's how it's done.
And now in this wave right here, I'm going to introduce you 2 new towers. Well, 1 new tower. It is the anti-air tower. Its function is to snipe aerial enemies only. They are weaker, true, but they are much faster in comparison. You see this? This is what I'm talking about. You can kill enemies as soon as they come into the circuit here. And it leaves you much less stressed later when you have to deal with massive quantities of monsters right off the bat. And the nice thing, too, is with the way this circuit is set up...
Hey, fly clear! The way this circuit is set up right here, you can get away with doing this because you're going to deal a lot of damage
right away. And then you are going to have them deal more damage as they come back around. Let's exemplify this for right now, actually. I think this is a good idea. Because these enemies are going to slowly get more maximum HP, and they're going to slowly become more of a problem. Like in this wave here, it's pretty clear that I'm going to need to, get some more damage and stay off the damn circuit, Ringtail. Pretty quickly, or else I am going to have some bogle action up in my life points, and I don't want that. Ringtail leveled up to 6, powered up by 15. And the only thing I will show are perfects. I will not show fails, because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to this. It is also recommended that if they begin to get past your vice grip point, you get that blade out and you slice them right in the cockles.
Because they will screw you unexpectedly. And again, here's the first. And again, with the interfering with the blade in the cockles, it is recommended that on fast waves, such as the Centaurus that is coming up, to
just watch. Watch can learn! This is the way I deal with fast waves. I simply just stand right in the first circuit and I spam X repeatedly because
fast targets are a pain. And slow targets are going to suffer a lot of pain.
these are clay golems. They are very slow and they have a lot of maximum HP. The slowness is what is going to make them so pleasant to deal with. Because look at this. Their HP comes down by half when they go around the first bit of the circuit. And then the last tower finishes it. So, it's a beautiful little setup. I don't have to interfere at all, I don't think. I may have to do a little bit of mild interference eventually. But we'll see about that. I might be able to just chillax, stand right here. Just don't stand too close. They're big boys. They'll bump you if you're a little bit too close to the circuit. I think I'm like right on the... Yeah, I'm like right on the edge. If I get a little bit closer, I'm gonna get bumped to hell and back. And I don't want that, because I like monies. I like monies! Alright. Come on, Clay Golems, you're taking all the camera time. Sheesh, at least walk a little faster. See what I said? I got bumped. Oh, there's our second knight. All you need to do is just perforate them a little bit, and then the towers got the rest. I promise they do! The waiter waves, though, unless you have a certain enfeebling tower in effect, it is not going to work. So keep this in mind. You are... God...
It's alright. And with the second crystal, we are going to purchase another bonus, which will increase it by another 5%, which will bring our bonus total to 15%.
And on the aerial waves, I like to have security. So... Level 3 aerial tower. Level 3 aerial tower. Bring it on! Heaven or hell! And I'm hell in this situation, because I don't like it. Why, it's so boring and tranquil. Chaos is where it's at. There we go. The aerial towers in later block defenses are actually essential. You need to have at least 2 at any given time when you have waves. And the bees, they are fast. And there's another one that gives you
problems. It's fast, and it has a moderate HP pool. And here's wave 10. Here's the last one we'll show for this time.
Is another cockle slashing wave, and I am powerful enough to destroy them with just a poke. So, that is all you need to know right there. Make sure you don't let the money drop. Ah, the bonus.
Oh well. Well, viewer, we're gonna leave off right here. This is Block Defense 2 with RingtailRandl. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time as we just slice more cockles and destroy more blockles. Well, you guys have a good night, and you keep your tails wagging. See you later. Goodbye and good night.